Hello, and I'm calling BS on those closed captions right away. Water splash. There's no water to be seen around unless you're talking about Freeman, of course. The guy is, 80% water, like most of us, like most humans. Anyway, now look what happens if you so much as try to go back the way you came. Howdy ho, it's now been sealed off. You can look up the hallway, it's there, but you can't go. So that sucks. But anyway, if Gaben says so, who am I to gainsay him, eh? Now, check this out. It's a wall-mounted drugstore. Whenever you need a wound patched up or out of aspirin, just walk up to one of these, smash the button, and it'll fix you right up. Most lovely contraption, if you ask me. Wish stuff like that existed in real life. Freeman, on the other hand, is being denied healthcare today. What can I say? The guy should have got his insurance and never posted those memes about people getting the shot. Fine then, moving on. Oh my gosh, someone is already getting their shots today, alright. All volunteers, of course, that's the only way it goes around here. Now, I'm in no mood for their bullshit today, so why don't I just stand back here, behind this here doorway? Are you still there? Yeah, he's still there. Oh, Jesus, right in my face. You're gonna pay for that. Here's your shot, and here's... Why are you guys not following me? This is weird. Are you guys afraid of that doorway? Come on, it's that simple. Just, put one foot in front of the other until you're in my face. No? Well, I guess not. How about that? How's that for a little incentive? No? You guys are creeping me out. You motherfuckers are out of line today. And not because you're trying to kill me, but because you're not doing it well. Here's some Chinese food for you, my man. Whoa, you know what? This got me thinking. What if I led this guy all the way up the stairs and then... Because it would be way too simple to just whack him where he is. We're doing this the hard way. Okay, another one bites the crowbar. Lovely. Shoot this guy's balls off. Granted, he don't need them anymore. The Combine doesn't want humans making babies anymore, so what's the big deal? All right. Hurry up, you're dragging your feet quite literally. All right, I'm gonna grab this here barrel and put this barrel between... Well, that was a little unexpected. Well, it turns out Metro Cops are as dumb as tin cans. Not only tin cans, but tomato tin cans. Those really lousy, cheap ones that you can get at Dollarama for 75 cents or something? All right, we're doing it again, but this time around, we're not gonna mess up. Just watch. We're not gonna mess this up. Also, watch this. He's gonna come bashing through the boarded up doorway with his noggin. Just like that. Okay, so we're finally outside. I'm gonna just slow down a bit and, let this fella take his sweet time with the barrel. These guys are morons, real morons, but hey, what else is new, right? Uh-oh, you hear that train in the distance? It's the sound of your impending doom, and it's coming up fast. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bait this guy's straight into the oncoming train's way, and here we go! Oh, shit, that was amazing! Beautiful, right? Yeah, so that's basically how it's done. That's how you do it, right? You don't just whack these guys, right? It takes a little bit of style and ingenuity and creativity to lay these guys out in style, right? Come on, these guys deserve that, right? You owe them this much. Okay, so I'm gonna come back up this stairwell. I'm not done here. There are these barrels. There is this trash can, right? We can't just leave just yet. So I'm gonna stick around some more, and first of all, I'm gonna take a look at the Citadel. Look, it's on full alert. That much is obvious, and it's spewing some kind of trash out of all the multiple windows in it. I doubt it has any windows, but it's definitely spewing a lot of crap today. So, well, obviously everyone is looking for us. That's what it means. All those things coming out of the Citadel and just fanning out of the Citadel, they are looking for me. Those are scanners. So yeah, and you can obviously, just dash on ahead and, just drop down on this train car over here and then work your way across until you're facing this ladder, just up the ladder, right? We can do that much. But look what's going to happen in just a second. As soon as you touch that ladder, more Metro Cops are going to show up just across the way. And it's my job to lay them all out, right? And I can come back and I can actually loot their bodies which is, that's always a good thing, Like, you can't go wrong with just a little extra ammo in this game, and God knows I need more ammo, because I'm playing on hard difficulty, so it takes a lot more rounds to, like, kill these guys. So I'm going to whack all of them, and I'm going to get my dirty little handses on their ammo, all that ammo I wanted. And if you come back down here, look, this couple, they're still going to be here. So the guy, obviously, he's not dead. He was just knocked out cold. I'm sorry. And yeah, he's yet to come back to this world. He's in, right now he's away in his happy world. I'm not gonna pop my head in and just ruin it for him. So I'm gonna get the last bit of that health juice from that portable wall-mounted drugstore. There's more resistance, pictures and graffiti. That's always lovely to look at. But time's wasting. We gotta put some pep in that step, because everyone is looking for Freeman, so I really shouldn't just fuck around. Oh, and by the way, that voice, that kind of sexy female voice, I don't know, like talking in the distance, that's the Combine Overwatch Dispatch. Essentially just a voice that feeds them commands, instructions to all the units out there. Also, she's the one telling these guys to fucking kill me. And what I mean is, see this orange lambda tag graffiti on the wall? Well, that's lambda cache number 2. So there's a bunch of these scattered all over the game, and I'm going to find them all, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So whenever you see this thing, one of these tags, it's either to point you in the right direction and let you know that, resistance members are nearby, or more often than not, it really just means that there is some loot or, some supplies. So make sure to keep an eye out for these. For now, we're just going to move on. So no more Metro cops back across the way if you look through one of these windows. That's lovely. So we got them all. And, oh yeah, well, this part is obviously my favorite, right? Damn, it just doesn't get any better. All those flammable barrels, like, who put them over there? It's like, like sometimes I feel like all these Metro cops, they just put those barrels everywhere, and then they just decide that standing right next to one is a really good idea, because, it only takes a few shots to set the whole thing on fire and just get blown up. But by the way, this whole area behind the chain link fence, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to stack enough stuff so I could get a really good look through the chain link. And look, there are no doors, no gates, no entrances, no exits, no catwalks, no nothing. There are absolutely no ways those Metro Cubs could have gotten behind this chain link fence. Like, how did they even get there? Makes no fucking sense. And last, take my advice. Obviously, you don't have to, but feel free to. When you're playing this game, don't just dash by with your head when you're bollocks, right? Really just stop and, pay attention to things. Like, for instance, all this radio, by the way, this is Lambda Cache number 3. So there's no way you can miss this one. This one, you cannot miss it, right? Because you literally have to pass through here if you're going to continue on, further on. So this is cache number 3. That's lovely. And yeah, now all of a sudden, that entire area across the way is crawling with Metro Cops, and they're all riled up and bloodthirsty and, really just itching to fucking kill me. That's lovely. So I'm going to drop down. No, I'm not dropping down just yet. Not until everyone over there across the way is face planted. Just like that. There's more where that came from, right? Are you fellas coming? There he is. No. Smart bastard. It looks like they're finally growing some brains. At least they have enough IQ to take cover when I'm, firing at them. So just drop down here, right? Nice and easy. Don't break your fucking legs. And we are right across, we're now on the other side of the force field. And it's always, good to pay attention, because it really, overlaps with what... Oh, that's not good. That's even better. There you go. Dead. And you know what? I'm telling you right now, if we didn't stir up hell before, we certainly have done it now. Make sure to grab that battery right underneath the stairwell, right? You're gonna need it. And now look, if you pop back here and check it out, it says dancer, keep out. So keep out dancers, right? So dancers aren't allowed to stand near this circuit breaker or whatever that is. Where'd you go? All right, dead. Everyone is dead. So yeah, we have stirred up hell officially. There's another one of those like really convenient drugstores right on the wall. It's too bad I don't need any condoms right now. There's this bottle of juice which is very unique. It doesn't occur much in the game. Like seriously, there's so much like junk just laying around, but this one is really unique. So drop this barrel down there, set it on fire, and watch it blow up in their faces. Lovely. So yeah, it looks like things are finally looking up for Gorgeous Freeman, and like some of you might be wondering, what the hell do you mean, right? Like, come on, we have cops on our ass, but really, Freeman is, you know, that rare, unique type of man that just thrives on danger, right? So, you know, life is drab and boring unless you have like a whole unit of Metro cops all crawling up your ass and down your throat, and then meeting somewhere in the middle to wreak havoc, and you have to dodge their bullets constantly. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait here for. There's another squad coming up the rails, and I want to lay them out, and I want their ammo. So it's important that they die, you know, close enough that I can grab all their ammo, just like that. Beautiful, right? And there's another squad just up the railway, up there, and I'm playing on hard difficulty, so you know it takes time to whack these guys. They don't drop like flies, you know, like when you're playing on hard difficulty, these guys. They don't drop like flies. That's all. That's what I meant to say. It didn't come out right the first time. And look how convenient. Suddenly all the music cuts out, and you know it gets really quiet. It like mellows out to the point where it might as well be just your normal Tuesday afternoon. What's that? NFC05. By the way, see those scanners just like zipping back and forth above the railway, like overhead, basically. And they are real scanners. They're not just up there for looks. Like if you're lucky, you might even be able to like knock one out of the sky if you put enough bullets in it. But well, not today. Okay, that one was really goddamn close. I did a real number on it. It was just that close. And there's another one, and they just pop out of nowhere. Look at that. Like if you really just stop and pay attention, you will notice that they really just come out of nowhere. That's what I always say, right? Stop and pay attention. Don't just blast through the game with your head up your ass. Like, come on, guys, just this game deserves it. There's so much going on here, right? It's so linear, yet there is so much going on. So I'm gonna grab my 6-pack of condoms. Oh, Jesus. Well, you know what? Tell you what. Normally, you can jump far enough across to land on it. Like, because I dropped down, I didn't land on it. Yeah, it's awfully quiet. Like, obviously, I'm just a scientist. I'm not, like, I'm no cop. I'm no military. So what the hell do I know? But it's just so quiet. Like, 1 second, there's, like, squad after squad, you know, back to back, trying to not even arrest me, just kill me, and then suddenly just cuts out completely to the point where, you know, it just might as well be just another day. So this is weird, beyond weird. So I'm gonna take my time, just, you know, like trying to chill out in this water. It's so nice and tepid, lukewarm. But what's even the difference? Yeah, we've got more of those flying cunts just buzzing around. I don't like that. So it's up this ladder. But hey, this is that time of the day when, you know, my advice really rings true. Don't blow through the game. Just stop and pay attention. So don't be in a hurry to drop down this hatch. Instead, try to look inside through that little hatch, hole, whatever you want to call it, right? So before you do that, try stacking some crates lying around. There's plenty of those. Now you want to stand on top of the crates facing the opening in the boxcar. If you nail the right angle, you can see them both watching the G-Man on that TV. Oddly enough, firing your pistol at the TV will make no difference whatsoever. Not even knocking over the whole setup, TV and all, the G-Man will stay on the screen and the Vort won't flinch for a split second. Oh, because once you're down there is no coming back up, right? Like this.
Good God.
Relax, it's just Freeman for you. Just call me gorgeous.
For you, huh? Good thing you found us.
Hello. Hey, watch it. Gotta stand in here, right? What are you? Where'd you grow up? New Jersey?
We're just a lookout for the underground rail.
Cunt.
Main station's right around the corner. They'll get you started on the right foot. Meanwhile, let my Vortigaunt friend here give you a jolt to get you going.
No. I don't think so. That doesn't sound inviting at all. What are you doing? Oh, that gives me a nice ticklish
That is all.
sensation.
That is all.
Up my arsehole. So, what you guys been drinking? Milk and...
Civil protection catched you down here. It's bad news for the whole railroad.
Yeah, I kind of figured that one out on my own, buddy. I'm not dumb. I have a PhD in theoretical physics, or
Hit the road, Jeff.
was it a theoretical degree in physics? They have this map. By the way, this map matches up with the real thing, that is the canals that we are currently traversing on our way to whatever. Also, I'm going to grab this TV and bring it along because I have a feeling, again, up my arsehole, that this place we're headed, they don't have any TVs, so I might as well just bring one of my own. And these guys are gonna freak out like crazy as soon as they see me try to make off with their TV. Because, come on, look, we live... This is City 17, right? TVs are hard to come by. They're, far and few between.
Keep going.
I know. I'll be on my way soon. And these guys are freaking out. They're both like, "Oh my god, this Freeman guy. What? Did you just throw that at me? Hit the road, Jack." All right, fine, guys. I'm leaving. You can shut the door behind my back now. Oh, there we go. Did you see how quick they did it? They couldn't have been any happier that I finally left. Yeah. And now that we are back out again, this pile of rubble makes no freaking sense. It's weird. It's giving me some really, really bad vibes. So now that we're... Wait. What the hell? So there was a TV right here all along. All right, I should have never, stolen this one from those poor guys. But anyway, now that we are back out in the canals, we're on our own again. And look what I'm going to do. These crates are here for a reason. If you toss one on top of that fire, it's going to blow up into shards in just a few seconds. Really, it just takes a few seconds for that thing to completely... not disintegrate, but, fall apart into, splinters. And it's not just the crates that you can destroy this way. Like any piece of wood, for instance, if you grab this and toss it in, same thing will happen. All right, so really, it's just a cool, it's not really a secret, not an Easter egg, but it's a really cool mechanic. And it just shows you how good the physics were back when this game just came out in 2004. Poor crow. I feel so goddamn sorry for that little birdie. But look, this is the first skull, that human skull, by the way, that we get to see in this game. And the weird part is that if you hit it or, put a bullet in it, it will bleed. Makes no sense, right? Like skulls don't bleed. And that thing right over there is a barnacle. Now, you may have met these creatures back at Black Mesa if you played the game. Of course, if you didn't, you didn't, then feel free to fuck off. Why are you even watching this video? But yeah, this is our first time, kind of like hanging out with these guys. And I'm going to place this skull right in its way so that it can touch the tongue and, get sucked up by it. No? Okay, well, you gotta wait until the tongue is all the way down, right? Now, all right, here we go. Look what happens if you touch that thing. It'll just sucks you up and then gobbles you up like that. But of course, it doesn't obviously, it's not a huge fan of skulls. Skulls are not on the menu today, boys. But if you touch the tongue, yeah, you'll get sucked up, all right. And so I'm going to whack it using my crowbar. Beautiful. And we can hit the road now. So as for these human skulls, yeah, some of them drop out of dead barnacles, but some of them show up across this chapter and then the next chapter, water hazard. I have a separate video, but we'll touch on that in just a second. For now, let's just focus on the story. And so we're out in the open and oh Jesus, what the hell just happened? Someone just whacked that poor guy. And I spy with my little eyes a Metro cop up across there, and his pal just dropped dead, and that one just dropped dead too. Oh, fuck me. Oh, and guess what? This resistance fella, the one who comes running up the big storm drain pipe yelling help just up the way from the same red boxcar, he can be saved from the Metro cops who will normally gun him down the second you step up to talk to him. In that case, the dull brick will proceed to run out into the opening and fold like a cheap suit as soon as the Metro cop backup arrives from multiple directions. They just show up too fast too many, and this idiot doesn't make it any easier by making a run for it. Well, he didn't make it, not this time around. So this is one of the main resistance hideouts, outposts, bases. What is it? Station 12. There we go. So let's give it a listen.
Station 12, come in. Station 12.
Well, so obviously everyone is dead. Dead, and
This is Station 8. We heard 12 go down and out. Surgical strike units are targeting railway stations. Repeat, civil protection is coming down on...
nothing down there behind those bars.
Station 8, do you copy?
Freeman is too quiet. He's a man of few words.
We have confirmed reports of manhacks. Repeat, they're filling the underground with manhacks.
So he won't talk to whoever is on that radio. But the whole thing has come under fire from civil protection. So we're being raided across the whole network. And you can sneak up on these guys if you're quiet. And just like that, set it on fire, pull back just a little. There we go. And now that these guys are out of the picture, it's up to me to either turn tail and run or, hold firm and make a stand against multiple civil protection units coming my way. So, of course, I ain't no pusky, so I'm just gonna mount this thing, and I'm going to shoot down and knock down any son of a bitch that shows up my way. And obviously there's gonna be quite a few of them. Look at them, they're just coming, they're seeping in from everywhere. These guys are like a diarrhea, happens in 2 seconds, and, it takes everything inside of you to oh god, that was beautiful. It takes everything inside of you to stem the tide. That's the expression, right? So yeah, make sure to blow this barrel up so it can knock down this little bridge and kind of bridge the gap, because we're gonna need it in just a few seconds. Now pull back from this mounted machine gun, because that combined APC is gonna fire some missiles down on it, so you don't want to catch those with your noggin. Right, I'm gonna drop down here for just a minute and collect all of this ammo, pistol ammo, because I'm gonna need it from about now going forward. So back through here, up this ladder, and there's something else you can do, but I'm really just debating whether I should waste my time showing this off to you, but who am I kidding? This is a 100% playthrough. So if you stand here with your crowbar and try knocking down these missiles, by the way, yes, this APC will keep raining them on you so long as you stick around, and just try to hit them, which is really difficult, but sometimes it does happen. You may or may not be able to knock a few of them down with your fucking crowbar. So, talk about awesome, right? No wonder Alex has only, she only just met me, less than 2 hours ago, and she's completely into me. This guy, Freeman, hasn't said a single word to her, and she's completely into him. So if you're not jealous of this guy, you're not a true man. Go test your testosterone. So, oh God, Jesus. By the way, remember I touched on the Combine Overwatch voice? That lady in the background constantly spewing commands and, instructions to civil protection units out there? Yeah, by the way, her instructions make perfect sense, and they kind of overlap with everything that we do. So she's not just spewing random nonsense. Her commands make sense. And you can actually pull up a page on Half-Life Wikipedia, right, and kind of read all about it. So obviously it would take a separate video of its own to kind of dig into that and delve into that and talk about it. So I'm not going to do it here, but just to let you know that everything that she says, it's kind of real time. It coincides with it. Not coincides, but it makes sense. By the way, I forgot about this. If you drop down here and look through these bars, there's a human skull that's inside. How did it even get inside that thing? It's too big to squeeze through the bars, so whatever. Unless someone put it there first and covered it up with the bars, whatever. So this is the first real skull that you can find in this chapter, Route Kanal. And when I say real, I mean the one that's not inside barnacles. And since I'm touching on these skulls, might as well mention a video of mine that kind of digs into that whole, skulls mystery. So it's kind of a separate video. If you care about something like that, feel free to check it out. But seriously, no pressure. So it's out through here. There's that APC again. Won't leave me alone. What the hell? 33. Jesus, guys. Half-Life 33 confirmed officially. That's it. I'm calling it now. And you know what's better than a barnacle? A barnacle that's behind bars, like this one. So unless you kind of peek through those bars with your, flashlight shining, you won't see that thing. So, oh, hello.
Keep going, friend. That station was raided, but there's others up ahead.
Friend? How do you know I'm a friend? Just because I'm rocking this sick HEV suit?
Gotta keep the railway alive.
All right.
You'd better get going now.
No, I mean, suit yourself. If that's how you wanna...
There could always be more runaways coming along.
If that's how you wanna rock this boat, go ahead and rock it.
You go on.
Yeah, right. See you later. I'll buy you a drink if you survive this. So it's up this... By the way, keep this lady in mind. In just a few seconds, I'll talk about her again. And now listen to this. Check for miscount. So, really, this whole, civil protection radio chatter... And there's another TV. There's a bunch of these TVs. You know what? I take it back. TVs are not far and few between in City 17. They are everywhere. All this combined radio chatter makes perfect sense. Again, they are speaking in this police code that doesn't make sense to a random civilian, but it does make sense. And it overlaps with everything. Oh, my game just freaked out for a split second. It overlaps with everything that we do or are doing, have been doing, for lack of a better term. And I'm just gonna shoot his nuts off like that. And pop his pistol ammo, all of that. There's a battery. There was another one, unless I'm mistaken. Oh, there we go. So there's nothing down here underwater. There we go. That's the second one. And by the way, there's something curious that I forgot to point out. There's plenty of flammable barrels you will encounter throughout the entire game, and they're all highly flammable. A couple planks from the crowbar or any weapon, and they blow right up. But not the ones dropped down on you by the Metro Cops right after stepping into this pool of water. It's all weird, simply because you can't set them on fire until they've dropped down into the water. It doesn't matter if you empty an entire clip, they won't go up in flames like a flammable barrel normally would. Oh, alright then. So it's right up another, what do you call these? Storm drain pipes. Alright, and we're outside again looking at that building marked with 33. That's another confirmation that Half-Life 33 is well on its way. So, and it looks like a bit of an ambush, right? These guys were clearly expecting me, or, they were on the lookout for me, so take your pick. So, a couple more assholes are gonna... By the way, remember I said, keep that lady in mind? Look, she's gone. She literally said that she would stick around to help anyone else coming through, to point them in the right direction. And there she is, she's gone. Not even 2 minutes have passed since then. Talk about breaking your promises, like going back on your promises. What a bitch, right? But anyway, who can blame the girl? Oh my god, attention all ground units. They're all dead. I'm laying waste to your ground units, bitch. I'm gonna grab this barrel right with me and put it over there, set it on fire, blow him up. There you go, guys. Oh my god, the cops in this city are useless. Just fucking useless. And once again, it's awfully quiet, I dare say. I really love the ambience in Half-Life 2. If you just stand around, do nothing, killing no one, the ambience is insane. By the way, if you want to check out what's behind those doors, essentially, see those, there's a bit of a bridge and kind of two platforms, whatever you want to call them. But anyway, if you knock lip, that's the only way you can do it. Stacking shit won't help. There's an invisible wall. But yeah, if you kind of knock lip up here, well, there's not a whole lot going on, right? But from down there, it sure looks like there's, an entire world of its own going on up there, but whatever. And yes, by the way, you don't have to tell me twice that knock lip is technically cheating. That won't happen again. It's just that believe me, I did try stacking boxes to get up there, and I know what I'm talking about. There's no way to do that. So knock lipping is your only way to check out what's up there. But anyway, let's put all that shit behind us, and we're going to blow up 5 barnacles using these barrels. And if you pull this off, another achievement will be unlocked. This one. So that's lovely. Make sure to do that, right? Don't be lazy. And in my case, I'm going to whack every single barnacle that turns up in my way. All right? I'm not gonna spare a single one. So one turns up in my way, it's a dead one, right? They are living on borrowed time. All of these blood-sucking cunts. They're not even blood-sucking. They're just human-sucking. They love to suck. They suck and they love sucking, right? So they all gotta go. And next thing I know, I gotta go too, but in a different way. Gorgeous is 27. He's got his whole life and career ahead of him. Got to make lots of babies with Alex, and someone is dropping more barrels on fire. That's not good. I don't like that. So yeah, this is an ambush. Obviously, your best bet is to stay underwater while these guys roll down barrels on fire on top of your head. So you don't want one to kind of hit you over the head and blow up. That would be nasty. That HUV suit can take a lot of damage, right? But it's not designed to keep you alive, all the goddamn time. So, suit or not, we still want to make sure we don't get whacked, right? So you got to watch out. So swim across here, and there is another dead civilian, but there's no blood. It kind of makes you wonder exactly what killed him or how. And yeah, damn, these guys just won't ease up on me. They're really hell-bent on fucking killing me. So whoever their team leader is, they're definitely getting some benefits, lined up if they actually manage to kill me. I can only imagine all the bonuses, bonus payments. And speaking of barrels, do you remember that part where you have to swim across a large pool of water while, Metro Cops roll down flammable barrels to blow you to bits? Well, there is this particular barrel that will come rolling off the edge right through the railing. You would think it wasn't there at all. Like, what the hell? Anyway, and here we are then. This is one of the biggest puzzles in the game. One that is guaranteed to make you spew some sparks out of your head. Yeah, but we're going to be tackling this baby in the next episode. For now, guys, take care of yourself, and I'll be seeing you later. Bye.